Hello and welcome to Madison County Chamber of Commerce video tutorial. My name is Suzanne Williams, Marketing Director for Madison County Chamber here in Madison County, Ohio. I wanted to take you through today how to set up your member access profile, your business profile on our website and also on the back end for the member-to-member profile information. I want to take you first through our website and let you know that the changes that we make today are going to affect not only here on the public facing page of your profile here on Madison County, but also on the back end when members log in, other business members log into the portal on the back end, they'll be able to see information that you put in there. So I'm going to take you first in the steps to log in. You drop down from our members to the login tab right here, and it's going to take you to this screen. In this screen, you'll put in your username and password. If you don't have a username and password, just reach out to us and we'll make sure that you are set up with a username and password, and then from there you can make changes to it if you'd like. But you would sign in, and it's going to take you to the member access portal. On this portal, as you can see, this is your home page. Up here at the top, you can see there's a button for account settings. This information really is the same that's over here. It's just another way to access it. On the top, you have shortcut icon keys, which will take you to different areas. And then on the left, you also have shortcut keys. Let me take you briefly through what this home page looks like. The welcome message is the messages that we here at the Chamber send out. And we'll update those as time goes on, or if there's important announcements. And here you can see any changes that have been made publicly by other members, or you can sometimes post a message. It's sort of like a social media, but you can kind of see what activity other people are doing. On the right-hand side, you can see upcoming events that are happening. You can see your member profile and how much of your company information is complete. You can promote your business. We do have a few small advertising spots available on our website. If you'd like information on that, you can click here or reach out to David or myself. You can refer a business member for membership. You would just click here to refer them. And then down here is the Member Plus app. So if you have a smartphone and you'd like to be able to make changes to this or your profile information out there on the public facing website, I highly recommend downloading this app. It's going to integrate and make it easier for you to make changes. You can find it on Google Play or Apple Play. So I'm going to start first by going over here to personal information. This is my username and the password is here. If I want to change any of that, this is the area where I can change a username or password. You would just hit the information changes and click save, and that will save it for you. Next, I'm going to come down to the company information. Start by looking at the profile summary. The profile summary is going to give you just that, a summary of how much you have completed for your information on your business. So you can just disregard this upgrade your listing, because as a member of Madison County Chamber, right now we do not have different levels of membership. When you become a member, we're all have the same access to the same things. So you can just disregard this. If you hit request information, we're just going to let you know this isn't something that's available at this time. Again, if you wanted to place an ad with us, you could click here to ask to promote your business. But if you can take a look at some of these bars down here, it's going to show you your overall profile completion. I'm at 82% on this profile that I've created, but you can see it's broken down into how much of my organization I've updated, how much of the website information I've updated, the map for my business location, and then photos and logos. So this gives you an overall look, plus you can update each section if you want to here, or you can go over here to update these sections. It's the same thing. It takes you to the same places. I'm going to start by organization information. So when you become a member with the Chamber, you're going to give us your information, and you're going to tell us, I'm so-and-so with so-and-so, I'm going to pay my membership dues, and we're going to go ahead and complete some of this information for you. If it's not correct, or you have additional information, you can come in here and make those. So let's say you gave us the name like this one's 360 view box, but let's just say that, you know, I'm Suzanne Williams, and doing business as 360 view box, but I want the company name to be Suzanne Williams. I would change that here. I put my phone number here, fax, another phone number, email address, cell phone, toll-free number, website. This is all information that you can complete here. Again, most of it's auto-populated from what we put in when we sign you up. The address information, if you put in a physical address, this is actually going to show up on the map for your business profile. If you don't have a physical location where people, customers, come and visit you or come to your location, you want to leave this blank. Okay, if you leave it blank, it's not going to show up on a map. Instead, you can put in a mailing address. Or if you put in an address here and you don't want to, and you have the same mailing address, but you don't want to fill it in twice, you can just click use physical address and it'll populate over so that it just copies this information over to here. You can tell whether or not you want this information to be on the public profile page. And the public profile page is what you see when you are on the actual website for Madison County Chamber. And you go here, that information would be public, meaning that anyone can come and see your information. If you click and you put it in for use as contact information on your public member webpage. You can add additional information such as the year you were established, how many employees you have. And then for billing, billing is for your renewals. You could choose whether or not you want it mailed to you, which would be print, emailed to you, or if you want both of them sent to you. Once you've completed this section, you want to make sure that you click Save Changes, and you can do that at the top or the bottom. And every section that you complete, you will have the opportunity to click Save Changes, but do make sure you do that. Next thing you want to do is go to Employees. The Employees tab is where you're going to add employees in here. Now, I'm already in here because I'm the primary person, but let's say I had a sales rep and I wanted them to be on the public side or the member side. I would add an employee and rep, put their information in here so that people can reach out to them for sales to contact them, or maybe my HR department. The next thing I would do is at the very bottom, once I've filled out their information, is click here whether or not I want them to have login access. And when login access, what that means is that they would have the ability to come back here, right here, and make changes to the business. So you want to be very careful about who you give, access to working in the back end, because what they put here, if they, put incorrect information, that's going to display not only on the public facing page out here on the website, but also internally within the portal area here for members. So that's where you would do it, and then you click Save Employee Rep, and if you didn't fill out the required information, it's going to tell you. But once you do save that, then you're going to go back to Company. I was just on the Employees tab, and now I'm going to go to Website Information. So one, you can copy everything that's on organization information that you already entered, and just click that, and it will auto-populate that in here, and it'll keep it here so you can't change it. If you needed to make changes on the web page content and make it separate from what you have on organization, you unclick it and then you'd make those changes here. Next, you want to look at social network services. So by putting here your LinkedIn, your Facebook, this would be your company pages that are on social media. You go ahead and put your URLs in here, and then you're going to click each one that you want displayed. And then what I will do is I'll show you where that display is here in just a moment. Web description, text content, you have 3,000 characters that you can put in this section here. I recommend, if you have a website already that has an about section for your business, I recommend copying and pasting that information here. But you want it to be robust. You want it to talk about who you are, what you do. You want to use keywords and terms that are maybe searchable by search engines like Google, so that people are finding you on the web. Search results description, you have a 200 character limit. It's just basically a short blurb about who you are, what your company does. So You could put in, marketing design agency serving Madison County area, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you want to do, you could put that information here. Again, try to think in terms of search engines and using words and phrases and descriptions of your business within the 200 character limit that you have. Hours of operation, you can put in your hours here. Driving directions, if you wanted to tell somebody special directions, or your physical location is obscure, you could put in, make a left turn on the gravel road or something that's, just to give them some help in trying to find you. The highlights section is really awesome. You can put in basically bulleted text, whether it's a product or a service. And then if you have a page on your website, like for graphic design, 360 Viewbox doesn't have a web page up right now. I took it down. But let's say I had graphic design here and I had a page on my website that talks about my graphic design. I would put that link here, and then it would be a hyperlink that people could click on to take me to that web page. Finally, at the very bottom is going to be keywords. And you want to put keywords with a semicolon and a space between. So you can see I put marketing services, semicolon, and a space there. Marketing companies, semicolon, space. Website design, semicolon, space. Just make sure you're using that format. 240 characters are the limit. Think in terms of what people use for phrases, for words, when they're searching on Google to find your business product or services. And that also includes misspellings. So sometimes there's common words that are misspelled that people will put into Google. You want to make sure you're including those on here. When you're done, you're going to click Save Changes. And I want to show you something here. So not only out here, when you're in that section, is it, the About Us is copying over here so that publicly people coming to your, on the member directory and finding you, it's here. But also, when you are here within the back-end portal, if you click on directory, and I look at my business listing here on directory, you're going to see that there's my my bulleted text. Of course, I don't have an actual link in there. You're going to see my about information. You're going to see the reps that I've added, and plus there's a map area, which we will get into. There's a link for my website. There's my information. So that's part of what you're doing here when you're looking at updating your company information. Part of it's going publicly, part of it's going back here in the back end for member to member resources. The next thing we're going to go into is the categories. So when you sign up, excuse me, when you sign up with the Chamber, you're going to tell us what your business does. You could be a financial industry. You could be retail. You could be manufacturing or distributing. We're going to put you in a category. You just want to come here and just make sure it's correct. If it's not correct, let us know and we'll assign you to the appropriate one that you are. Next section we're going to go to is logos. So the member header page is really nice. Think of like Facebook when you have that big header at the top of your Facebook page. That's where you can come in here and do something really nice. It's going to tell you the dimensions that you should use, 1200 by 225. These are the file formats. It's going to tell you make sure the images are yours. But that's going to be here on the internal side when you're at the member directory. It's going to show you, it would be here at the top. My computer actually works here, but it would be at the top here before all this information. It'd be a nice header up here. I don't have anything at this point. I haven't created anything to fit that 1200 by 225 space, but if I did, that's where I would put it. Next, we want to make sure that you're updating your logo. So add your logo here. Again, it's going to be viewable on that directory here on the inside. Make sure you click Save Changes. Photos. Photos is a great way to, show people the inside, outside of your business, any events that you've had, anything. You come down here, you click Manage Gallery. You can add an image. It's going to tell you what size it should be. It's going to tell you the file type. Make sure that, again, it's your photo. And then you can click Save Gallery afterwards. If you decide you don't want it after some time or the photos are old, you can hit Delete Gallery and replace them with new ones. Another thing that's a really useful tool here is video. So if you have any sort of YouTube promotional video or commercial that you've done or anything, and you wanted to have it here on the back end for the directory, back here for the member to member, you're going to put your URL in here and click Save Changes, and that's going to be on your member directory page within the internal part here. Map pin information. So when it says map service none Google Maps or uploaded image, it's basically telling what they're going to show on the web page for your business. So you could allow no marker, you could allow Google Maps, or you could do an image that you specify, and then they would click on it and would go to Google Maps. I usually just leave it on Google Maps. I think that's the easiest, plus it shows the marker for where your address is located. Now, if you've had under your organization information, if you uploaded a physical address, it's going to populate here. You don't have to really do anything unless you want to change what marker you're using or where you're sending people. So maybe you have a physical address, but you really want your marker on the address to go down the block somewhere else that you have another location. You could do that. Another thing is, if you didn't want a map marker, you could just put none, or you could take out physical address from organization information, get rid of it, and then there wouldn't be anything here. And then down at the bottom, you could do a point of interest category. I would just select what you are. So professional services, business service is what I've chosen for this, and then hit Save Changes. Last but not least for today, I'm going to show you the membership badge area. So on your personal/professional company web page, you might want to put a membership badge. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, having a badge is sort of like having some credibility. So you would let the world know on your website that you're a member of the Madison County Chamber of Commerce. It gives credibility not only to you and your business, but it also shows your customers that you are part of something, that you're part of the community and you're involved. So as you can see, it'll look just like this. It'll say 360 Viewbox is a proud member of Madison County Chamber of Commerce. Down here, all you do is click generate, and it's going to generate the HTML for your website. Or you could use this this membership element ID, and these are like for I believe PHP or something like that. So you could give this information to your web developer, and they'll be able to put it on your website. So this kind of concludes just the basic logging in and setting up your profile information. We're going to have several of these tutorials that'll go through each of the different areas and things that you can do on your member access portal, such as creating a coupon, having it display a marketplace or the hot deals, sending us a news release, creating a job posting, or even messages back and forth to other people, and resources that you can download, events that you can do, news, and then reporting so you can see who's visiting your web page within the Madison County Chamber site. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can call us Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, or you can send me an email, suzanne@madisoncounty.ohio.org. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you being a part of this today, and hope you learned something from it, and definitely hope you utilize this great, valuable resource that you have at your fingertips. Thank you.